Yeah, so we'll start with how did you meet Peter Kogan?
I met Peter Kogan through a psychologist that works at the VA. I, at the time, was in a work study program, and the psychologist had asked me, he says, you're a veteran. He says, he says, I met someone at my child's daycare, and he wants to do something for veterans. And I thought of you, and perhaps, you can clean your windows. I was a little reluctant at first,
Hmm.
but I said, sure, I'll meet Peter. Yeah.
Yeah. And so had you ever heard of Window Genie before?
I heard of another company in my area that also has a window cleaning service. At first, I thought that was the company. But then when I met Peter, I realized that it was another company. I had seen Window Genie trucks
Hmm.
around, but I really never connected it with Peter.
Right.
So.
Okay. So then how did you feel about a business who you were not a customer for and you hadn't really heard of, reaching out to somebody like you who is a stranger, just for being a veteran, for them wanting to reach out and say thank you? How did you feel about that?
Well, it's a far cry from the way I was treated. I'm a Vietnam veteran,
Right.
and coming back from Vietnam, we were not welcomed in the community. We were ill-treated, and fortunately, I think that our era of veterans is putting in place the treatment that the veterans today are getting.
Right.
But when Peter, offered this gift and everything, I was, uh, I wasn't sure. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if I was a little skeptical at first,
Yeah.
until I met Peter. So yeah.
Hmm. Awesome. So, are any other local businesses doing anything similar to this? I know that you work at the VA. Have you experienced anything like a window genie in the Charlotte area giving back to veterans in such a way?
There are lots of little companies that are offering maybe 10% to veterans and everything, and it's
Okay.
the usual loss leader and everything. And there are companies. I appreciate the 10% and the other thing.
Yeah.
For instance, a large company is Lowe's, and they offer 10% to veterans, and
Yeah.
sometimes that could be a substantial savings. But when someone is offering, absolutely free, nothing, not to get, I mean, this is something I want to do for you.
Yeah.
This is amazing. It
Hmm.
really is, and I was apologizing before I accepted his offer. I said, I have a big house and I have lots of windows. I don't know Peter, and he says, no,
Yeah.
that's okay. You're a veteran. You served, and I want to do something for
Yeah.
you. So
Awesome. Yeah.
yeah.
So now what does Window Genie mean to you? Because I know that since Peter and his team came out, you've been very helpful in helping him get connected to the local veteran community. You introduced him to other veterans who he's since given back to and the local business that he cleaned for free. So, what is Window Genie to you, and, why have you chosen to help him so much?
Well, you know what? Anytime someone goes to the lengths that Peter goes to help veterans, and veterans are very special to me, and I think they're right now they're in the limelight. They're very special to a lot of people, uh, but but Peter was genuinely offering something, and he would not accept any monetary. I really had to force his guys to, says, please let me at least give you something to buy you lunch and everything. And, but his guys didn't even want anything. It was amazing. And, they came here and did an absolutely fantastic job. My dog walked into the window. It's kind of like that commercial with the birds there. They were absolutely spotlessly clean and everything. But, as I said before, that, as Vietnam vets, we really didn't get a warm welcome when we came back. And for someone like Peter, to genuinely give back to us and then to seek out more of us. It's not a one-time thing. It was like, he calls me all the time. Says, you got another veteran for me, and I said, well, Peter, I says, I'm running out of veterans. And finally, I introduced him to this coffee shop and military museum in Mooresville. And even the owner was a little bit reluctant. And the only way I could get the veterans there to take advantage of his services was to actually offer the service to the owner of the shop. And once they got to meet Peter and they saw how genuine he was, and how generous he was. You know, he was able to convince other veterans that no, this is really, you know, this is really someone really wants to do something for you. You know, they really don't want anything in return. So, you know, now Peter has an unlimited source of veterans, a little crazy as they may be. You know, these are guys that well, I don't remember these guys, but guys like them that I met when I was 18 or 19 years old. They're still as crazy, you know. But now they're in their 60s, you know, riding Harleys and you know, out here in North Carolina, and just having a great time over here. And it really is refreshing to see what Peter is doing, and you know, whatever his reason for doing it, whatever, you know, I think he just has a heart for veterans, and he wants to do something for those that he served. And in that little clip from Richards, I mean, they noticed that Richard hires veterans. I mean, you know, he puts them to work and he does whatever he can. So he's not doing this as a ploy to you know, to maybe look good in the community and everything. He really feels this way about veterans, and I appreciate that.
Hi, Peter.
Hey, so
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. So anyway, Peter came over here and he wants to do something for vets. So what do you think of his services and everything?
Fantastic. He's a
Okay.
great job for us, and he just a wonderful guy, a good guy. I appreciate him hiring vets to do all this for us. And this is in the Richard's Coffee Shop. We really appreciate it.
Oh, great. This is a lot of, you know, this is usually, there's a big crowd here. This is a Wednesday morning, but just some of the guys enjoying coffee at Richard's. And anyway, we all want to say thank you to Peter for providing such great services and remembering the veterans. So
Thank you, Peter.
thank you, and God bless you, Peter.